If you want to write a memoir and you're looking for some guidance, we're here to help.
We've invited Paula Newcomer, writer and author of The Blueberry Girl. She'll offer steps to get you started and help you navigate those bumps in the road. Welcome.
Hi.
Why don't we start off with if a writer is preparing a memoir, but they don't want to do just a specific segment of their life, they want to do a whole span. Where does that writer begin?
Well, that's a good question. I teach a lot of journal writing, so I like to turn to my journal or have people, whether they're seasoned writers or whether they're new beginners, take a look at their journal and see what are the things they're already writing about. It's a kind of a manifesto of your own history, which is already in there.
Right, sure.
So are you writing about challenges that you've overcome in your life? Are you writing about love, requited and unrequited love? Are you writing about someone, a mentor, someone who's, inspired you? And I think that's a good place to start.
To begin. No, what if you don't keep a journal?
Well, if you don't keep a journal, first thing I would say is you should if you're a writer. Just like
Good
you
point.
should read
Good
as
point.
much as you
Good point.
Especially a
can.
memoir writer.
Especially a
Okay.
memoir writer,
Totally
right?
noted.
Read those memoirs, just like the poets who come and say, I want to be a poet and have never read a poem. Read those memoirs.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. And so read memoirs. And then also you can just begin to make a list of the things that are of interest to you. Travel writing. People want to talk about family members. Confessional memoirs are very popular.
So starting to write about parts of your life, even if you haven't kept a journal, to start kind of jotting some stuff down.
Right. You can,
and then start keeping a journal.
Yeah.
yes. Start
know
keeping
that-
your journal, but also you can just do a list. Make a list of the things that interest you, that pop in your mind, where you get that little aha feeling.
Okay.
Yes.
I know you told us earlier about some of the prompts that you use to physically
Yeah.
get started. Do you have something in I Am a poem? That sounded very interesting. I know our viewers would really like that.
I do, and I like to start off for our viewers. For the viewers here, I like to start off a lot of my workshops with this because it's a great way to get to know everybody, first of all. And secondly, it kind of delves back into your childhood where a lot of your art and your memory is obviously placed. So it goes like this. If the viewers want to grab a pen, you're going to answer these 6 questions, okay?
6
You ready to
questions.
go? It's going
Okay.
to go quickly. So,
Ready?
want to do it?
I'm on it.
Okay. I am, full
Okay.
name.
Okay. Full name.
I am place you were born. I am who raised you.
Okay.
I am your favorite meal.
Okay.
I am your favorite song or lyric. And I am the thing that you always tell yourself when things are getting difficult and you want to say something positive.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Create that. You got the list.
I've
You
got it
down.
on. Here we go.
you read it like this.
Okay, how
Like
do we
you're
read it?
like you're the way you use it is you read it like you're doing a slam poetry thing. So it's just I am, and you're just going to be big and bravado and read I am in front of each.
Okay. I am Keith Fritz. I was born in Boyertown.
I am
am Boyertown?
That's it.
Oh, I didn't know I was Boyertown.
Own it.
I own it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
am
that's it.
Boyertown.
That's it. Now you got it.
I am my mother and father. I am pizza, apparently. I am Freebird, and I am happy.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, well, see, did you have any moments there where you felt like I could connect to this and
I think I
begin
have
to
to
write
call
about
my
it?
mother, yes.
Okay, see that?
Yeah.
Now, when I do this, every time I do it, I end up writing Grandma Emma on top of my parents' names I am raised by, because it goes back to my childhood where I was sitting with her at the farm table out in western Kansas, drinking a little cup of hot chocolate
So
out
it
of her
brings you
china
back-
cup.
It brings the writer back to a
And it
memory
brings
from
me
before.
back to that, to where I could find, it resonates for me. So there's something about this is just fun to get to know people, and then it also brings out something for you usually that you want to write about or pursue further.
Yeah.
Now you have all of this information. Now, how then does the writer decide what not to put into their memoir?
Oh, yeah.
To eliminate
That is hard.
big story.
I think that when you're writing your memoir, and first I think you should just write and begin to write your stories, and don't think about marketing or publishing it.
Okay.
Decide maybe who you're writing it for. Are you writing it for your friends, for your family, for yourself? It should be an adventure of discovery. And some people say that if you haven't had this sense of self-discovery in writing your memoir, then you should just delete the whole thing. Well, I wouldn't do that. But,
Wow.
you know, you have to
like the delete
discover who you are as you're writing. So you take your theme, if you can figure it out. Like, here's a theme that Russell Baker used in his memoir. It's called, he was always told by his parents to be a certain way, and he always felt that he wanted to do something else. We all kind of have that in our life.
Sure.
You know, that the opposites, the dichotomy of that. And that makes for an excellent theme, an excellent way to start writing, too. Yeah.
I know that sometimes writing about yourself can be a bit of a struggle, and personally, I write fiction, so I'm not that familiar with memoir, and I know a lot of rules about fiction writing.
Right.
Are there rules about memoir writing that people could really utilize?
There are no rules about getting started. Like, I
Okay.
like to just write the pieces as they come, what you've decided you're going to write about that day, whether it's just I remember or I don't remember, whatever your prompt is for the day you've given yourself. Or you've brought to share with someone in maybe your writing group. But about fiction, all the fiction techniques that you know are used in memoir now. If
Okay.
you'll notice when you read memoir, scenes are written always. There's a lot of dialogue. Some people are calling creative nonfiction part of the new memoir writing. So
All right.
the things that you use to develop character, to show passage of time, to transition easily from one thing to next. They're all used.
So very, very similar, really.
And also the arc that you have, which I mentioned earlier, I think. The arc of transformation, or as they say in fiction, you get your character up a tree, you throw stones at him, and you get him down out of the tree. Well, you kind of do that to yourself if you're writing about you in the memoir as well.
Okay.
Now, how does a writer find their own style within a memoir? There's the different types of memoirs. So how do you know what's right for you as a writer?
Right. Are you a David Sedaris or a Marion
Correct.
Wink?
Sure.
I love those two because they're cynical and fun to read,
Right.
you know. And or are you Annie Dillard, you
Right.
know, who writes about nature so brilliantly?
Right.
I think that you want to read other writers,
Okay.
and you'll begin to see who you want to mimic
And who you relate to a little
sound
bit
like.
more as a writer.
Read your material out loud and hear your own voice, hear the rhythms of your voice, and you'll begin to figure it out for yourself, I think.
Wonderful, Paula.
Yeah. Well, thank you so
Yes.
very much for coming in. We certainly enjoyed having you.
These are some
It's been
good
a
tips.
pleasure.
I like the exercise.
Yes,
We're gonna.
that was
I
great.
wish I could have heard your
You know, if we had more time, we'll practice. We'll practice.
Okay, very
Thanks
nice.
so much.
All right.